Greetings, Tomopop, on this Toys of Yesterday, on whatever the heck day I get this up. Hopefully it's Wednesday. If it's Wednesday, I've succeeded. If it's not Wednesday, sorry it's not Wednesday. I said last month, when I was talking about Stone Protectors, one of the most ridiculous shows I could think of, that I was going to talk about something different today. Something that was very much like Ninja Turtles, trying to tap into the 90s to an nth degree, and I have it today, Street Sharks. Hopefully you are aware of Street Sharks. I have done some research, and in doing so, I have learned that they are the most ridiculous 90s thing ever conceived. Street Sharks. This is definitely something that the toys were better than anything else around it. And I'm going to include the intro to the show and the whole premise behind these things, because it's ridiculous if you're not aware of Street Sharks. This is back in the middle 90s. This is 1994-95 when Ninja Turtles' popularity was starting to wane, but they needed a new anthropomorphized hero team. Turtles were out. Sharks were in all of a sudden. I don't think you can try any harder to replicate the Ninja Turtle formula as Street Sharks has and did. Four brothers, they're humans at least, four brothers are kidnapped by an evil scientist, and they are gene slammed into sharks. All four brothers have different attributes, such as this, the leader. I don't even care what his real name is. His name is Ripster, and he is a great white shark who apparently is the smartest and oldest of the boys. I don't even know what that means, but the figure here has a nice little swivel, so you can swivel around and every single shark can chomp, chomp, chomp. Because apparently one of the big parts of the show is they can actually dive into concrete and pavement, and they eat their way through, and that's how they travel really fast. Like their fins are sticking out of the road as they're just munching through. If that doesn't sound just pants on head moronic, but great, I don't know what does. So that's Ripster. Then you've got Jab here, who is clearly a hammerhead, and he can jab like that, and he also does the usual stuff, because that's what all the sharks do. It's ridiculous. Here is Mr. 90s, Streaks with an X, who's got rollerblades on, and has claws that kind of extend but not really, but rollerblades, inline skates, and also he's got a hockey mask. Makes him awesome. Now these are variants that I've got. These are clearly like the second wave of the originals, because these are what the original designs were, but these are not the original costumes and colors. These are a bit darker. He's usually a pale gray. It's really bland. So this is the metallic version. I believe he's only got like faded blue jeans, and he's kind of more faded blue. So this is much more vibrant. He's not wearing army pants that are like cool. So I actually have some pretty good versions here of these. These are only three of the brothers. I don't have the fourth, Big Slamoo, who is a whale shark. So we got great white, hammerhead, tiger shark, whale shark. And these are all from my cousin originally. I did not get these. And the boxes were cool. They were big boxes. These are pretty big toys. I didn't get these when I was a kid. My cousin, who I may have mentioned before, who would get stuff and had no concept of what cool stuff was, because he got everything. He got pretty much all the Street Sharks, the metallic versions, the cool versions, and including a bunch of the Seviots, I believe is what they're called, the villain characters. Let me tell you some of these. Yeah, the Seviots. So the evil guy, who his name is Dr. Paranoid. There's Slobster, who's a villain. I have only one. I have Slash, which doesn't sound too cool. But he's got a nose that spins, and that you can disconnect it so it can become like a sword or something. I don't even know, but he's got a corkscrew nose. Like, he's pretty deadly. This is the only one I had. My cousin had Killamari, who is a squid that could shoot something. Like, you squoze the back of his head and he like fired some projectile that was like I don't know if it was actually ink or an actual missile. Other names: Reptile, Shrimp Louie, Sharkbot, and Tentakill. This is great. This is just a great show so far. If we're keeping track of 90s things that have to be knocked and Ninja Turtle similarities, you've got anthropomorphized hero team of 4 who are brothers with the obvious animal theme. Here we're going with nautical themes for the most part until extreme dinosaurs show up. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But you got this group here, and all they want to do is fight evil Dr. Paranoid, who's always trying to mess with things. And he's got his group of lackeys that's always trying to help him beat the Street Sharks. And the Street Sharks are followed around by Lenamac, who is a college student. Pretty much April O'Neil, from what I'm gathering, is pretty much they found an April O'Neil counterpart, because every show needs to have one. However, their favorite food, even though they can eat anything, they can eat if you watch the intro, they eat anything. They can walk through metal, pretty much. They are like supermen, but they're sharks. Their favorite foods are burgers, fries, and hot dogs. In episode 2, they make a point of saying they don't like pizza. I wonder why that is. So, Street Sharks here. Who else is an ally? Moby Lick, who is a killer whale, naturally. I think my cousin had him too. El Sordo, who's a circus performer who was gene-slammed into a swordfish, whose name was Spike. Manta Man. And then the Dino Vengers. This is when, after, depending on whether you're talking Netflix here or Wikipedia, 2 or 3 seasons of Street Sharks. It's kind of nebulous, because who really cares about this? It went for 2 years. That's pretty much it. It had 2 seasons, but it can count as 3 because the main movie of an hour and a half, or hour, was broken into the first 3 episodes. Get to that in a sec. The Dino Vengers from Extreme Dinosaurs. Everything's extreme in the mid-90s. Their names, who are dinosaurs from an intergalactic military unit selected to hunt down the Raptors. They come from a faraway planet inhabited by anthropomorphic dinosaurs, self-described as soft skin. Different origins than their Extreme Dinosaurs counterpart, apparently, when they're in the Street Sharks universe. They were genetically augmented to be tougher to complete their mission and wound up stranded on Earth, as were the Raptors. Team is composed of T-Bone, Stegs with a Z, Bullseye with a Z, and Spike. Other antagonists: Maximilian Greco, who is actually fused with a rhino and has 2 chihuahuas that are large. Malcolm Medusa, who has Clamando, who is a mutated clam. And the Raptors, a trio of rogue criminals consisting of Bad Rap, Hacks with 2 X's, and Spitor with 2 T's. This is a great show already. I can tell. It's on Netflix Instant Play. You can't get discs of this, but you can get Instant Play if you go to Netflix right now. There are 40 episodes of this show. Let me name the episodes according to Wikipedia. First season: Shark Bait, Shark Bite, Shark Storm. All one words, by the way. Season 2, Shark Quest, Lone Shark, Shark and Roll, Freshwater Shark, Shark Treatment, Road Sharks, Shark Fight, Sky Sharks, Shark of Steel, Shark Source. That's what they consider Season 2. Season 3, Jurassic Shark, Sir Sharkalot, Shark to the Future, First Shark, Rebel Shark, Space Sharks, A Shark Among Us, A To Shark, or Not To Shark, Echo Sharks, Close Encounters of the Shark Kind, Seattle Sharks, Cave Sharks, Shark Wars, Shark Father, Shark. I don't think that's a real episode. I think someone was trolling on Wikipedia, but I want to say that's a real episode. Shark Hunt, Card Sharks, Shark Jack, Turbo Sharks, 20,000 Sharks Under the Sea, Ancient Sharkonauts, Sharkotic Reactions, Sand Sharks, Shark Quake, Super Shark, Jungle Sharks, Trojan Sharks, and Shark Apocalypse Now. They weren't even trying. That should have been Shark Apocalypse. They should have figured it out. They had a comic series. They consisted of an original miniseries of 3, which is the origin story, and then they got 3 issues in before it was canceled. Good on them. So, back to the figures, because it was obvious they were marketing the show and everything around it was for merchandise glut. Huge merchandise glut. I will try to include some more pictures that I can find online, but because all I have are these 4 toys here. I've played with Big Slamoo. He was like these, but his face was a bit more rubbery because he had a big mouth because he was the whale shark. I have played with Killamari. He was kind of doofy, but he could definitely shoot something. And I played with some of the extreme dinosaurs when my cousin got those next. They were pretty much in the same scale as a street shark as usual. And of course, let's bring in Ninja Turtles to show you the scale. Street Sharks were quite a bit bigger than Ninja Turtles, both in size and stature, and thankfully they were not trying to replicate Ninja Turtles. In the toy-wise, they were completely their own thing, because they didn't have any of the similar joints, they didn't have any of the similar accessories, they didn't have any similar builds. These were totally constructed, and these were constructed pretty well. I mean, there's really good detail on this. I mean, take a look at Streaks here on the back. You can see all of his ridges here. He's got muscles and he's got a spine that's very well defined back there, which is a nice touch. His muscles are adequately ripped. I mean, he's got veins popping all over. He's got his gills. Clearly, his gills up here, those are put in there. His pants are ripped. He's wearing knee pads because safety is important, even if you can eat your way through the pavement. I mean, this is good detail for a toy, especially the metallic versions. I much prefer the metallic versions because they are even more 90s with their color and their just in-your-face attitude. It's even better. It's even better. These were made by Mattel. So Mattel, good on you for some ridiculous toys that that were cool. I mean, you made the show. I'm not going to get into it. I'm pretty sure the show was made by Deke. We all remember Deke was great with their licensed shows. But Street Sharks are a cool toy. These are cool toys. That's the goal of a toy, is to be cool. I don't care how 90s these toys actually are. These are still really cool toys. Especially if you have a Ninja Turtle. Let's pull them out again, because these are awesome villains. They fit right in. Anthropomorphized mutants. They can fight, and it's great. And, you know, bam! It's great. So, the downside for all of you is because these are good toys, they are not cheap. And because they're larger toys and they are scarce, because people don't want to give them up, they are not going to be cheap. So you're going to be looking probably. Let me check back here on eBay to see exactly what I'm looking at. Last I'm checking actual figures. So a Streaks in the original, they call them blades sometimes too. I don't know if they swapped or what. An original one outside of the box is going to run you $30. Some of these will probably run you about $30 as well. Like 30 seems to be pretty standard. In the box, you're going to get a bit more extreme for sure. Like Moby Lick here in a sealed box is he's currently being bid on. He's up to about $78 in the box. So you might be, it's going to cost. Streaks here in this box, metallic form in the box still, $58. So they're not going to be cheap. You're going to be spending a lot. Riptor here, Ripster with his power punching action. Boom, mint condition in the box is right now $140. You're not getting these cheap. Maybe you find them at a garage sale. I guarantee you find them at least one at a garage sale. Someday you'll find it, and you'll go, "Wow, that's really good for only a couple bucks," because they're not going to know what they've got here. However, you're looking to get it mint. Forget about it. You're spending over $50 for something mint. Way over that. for the whole set, it's going to run you. So hopefully you have a cousin like I do who doesn't know the value of a cool toy and will just give these to you along with anything else he no longer wants to play with, because I will play with these. This is why I don't have to buy new toys, is because I have so many old toys that I'm still playing through. And that's Street Sharks. And I have talked way too much about other non-Ninja Turtle groupings. I would go next to Bucky O'Hare if I could, but I only have 3 Bucky O'Hare action figures and a vehicle, which I've shown a few times before. So I can't really talk about Bucky O'Hare. And I want to talk about SWAT Cats, but they didn't have a very good toy line. I don't have any of the 4 toys that were made for it. I don't even think they made the awesome jet, which was cool, because SWAT Cats needs customizers. Do some SWAT Cats, and do some Street Sharks while you're at it. But next month, I'm going to break down, we're going to do Ninja Turtles. Somehow, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find an angle that hasn't been done before, and you're going to get Ninja Turtles next time. So, be on the lookout for Ninja Turtles, and I will see you next month.